Two quick notes before I start the video. First of all, my voice is very tired because I recorded the script, but then the computer switched off while I was reading it, and then the whole thing got reset, so now my voice is broken. Second of all, I have found a solution for the microphone. Thank God it sounded absolutely terrible, but now let's get to the video. Hello everybody, this is Capcut, and today I shall explain the things I do and don't on Silksong, the game which will release in 2025.
Nope.
If a magic lamp appeared in my room, and the tweets are true. If you don't know what Silksong is, get out! Why are you even watching my channel then? Anyways, let's begin. Small disclaimer though, although I'm doing my best to ignore spoilers, I'm in a community which is called Silksong Community. In other words, content drought. In other words, unavoidable spoilers at times. And that's my explanation for the knowledge I do have on it. And that's also my explanation for why I don't have all of the information on it, because I'm trying to ignore spoilers. Anyways, let's begin. We can't, of course, have Silksong include everything in Hollow Knight, otherwise it would feel too uninspired from its parent game. Saying that, let's rip the Hunter's Journal straight from Hollow Knight, with a new name and that type of stuff. It would be a good idea because I both found it fun to
rip and tear,
and also the mappad thing. Feels like it would be added seeing as how it's generally a liked feature in the community, and that it would be the only real way we could name a hostile enemy that is not a boss, such as how we would never know the name of the pale lurker in Hollow Knight without it. Though admittedly that is not an important thing in the slightest. Still seems like the right move. Another thing I want added is a reference to the Void, or at least the Vessels. A Pale King mention is just a given, seeing as how this is the game where it focuses on Hornet, and Hornet is the daughter of the Pale King. So, it just is a given. But the Vessels... It's a reason for the big fat Hollow Knight slapped in bold caps larger than the actual main title everyone calls it by. Just feels right. Plus, though this does not seem possible, seeing how all endings are equally canon according to Team Cherry, it would be nice to see an answer for what became of Hallownest after the infection, or even more so of an explanation of what the hell happened after Embrace the Void with a Shade Lord and uninfected THK on the loose.
A brawl is surely brewing.
Thing I want added, which might be a cause of infinite pain, is an equivalent to Godhome, both to make tier list entrepreneurs' times a bit easier, but also to give us a practice mode for the bosses, which would be quite nice. I'm not saying we should have P5, but again, that would be too similar. If it needed a use, maybe it could be used to pinpoint bosses the player has not encountered yet, something like that. Maybe it could come in a riddle if we want it to be fun. I can picture it being something like this. Hollow Knight example given. Riddle me this, Batman. What? I live by the moss, where it doth cross, with vines weeping, there lay God of painting, Bob Ross. Things I don't want. First of all, I do not want too many "Hey, remember me" characters. People like Tiso or Sly, or Christ, even Block really do not need a part 2 for their story. I know this is an obvious thing for them to avoid. I don't want this to be cameo simulator of the first game. One character might get off the hook, but more than one will frankly be folly. I doubt they will do this though, seeing their competence with handling characters and ending plotlines. Ignore the endings, 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 ignore the next thing I would despise would be making it a sequel. I just don't think they would make a lot of sense, and also it would start too many questions than answers. Once again, I don't think they would do this, but this is more likely than I like it.
You are dead! Not a big surprise!
This will probably be a hot take, but I don't want Silksong to get its free DLC. Not before Hollow Knight, at least. Because its original game has been starving for an expansion, mainly for the Abyss. It was going to be so big, in fact, it could have a total of 4 bosses if the total original Kickstarter goal was released. Wait! Before commenting on how Team Cherry said no to this idea in a live stream podcast, I don't remember exactly what it was. Remember, I'm the guy who thinks Silksong will release, so let a man cope. Plus, on a more realistic note, it has been some time, so minds could have changed. This one, unfortunately, might be a reality for me. Hornet downward directional dashes, from what I remember, and that makes me scared for complex combat could be in the game. They are different games, but I don't want the combat to be super complex and backbreaking. How would I know I'm supposed to do a directional dash to dodge this one move if I have like 10 other movement options for that attack? I'm sure Team Cherry had accounted for this, but a slow click delays the game longer the more likely they can mess up. On top of that, I do not want to revisit the times where you miss an input dash in Celeste and die, and do it again and again. And hey, I finally did it! And then I get out of breath, I need to do the whole section again. So, as I said, I feel like it would be a little complex and... Anyways, thank you for watching and have a good one.